What if the biggest difference between the wealthy and everyone else wasn't money, but the way they think? What if becoming a millionaire doesn't begin in your bank account but in your mind? Most people spend their lives chasing success, believing that riches come after hard work, after luck, after opportunity. But according to Napoleon Hill, one of the greatest thinkers on success and achievement, wealth begins long before the first dollar is earned. It begins with thought. It begins with belief. It begins with vision. Every empire, every fortune, every breakthrough started as an invisible idea in someone's mind. Before the luxury, before the recognition, before the financial freedom, there was a person who chose to think differently. While others saw obstacles, they saw opportunities. While others feared failure, they embraced growth. So here's the real question. Are you thinking like someone who is destined for wealth, or someone who is waiting for permission to succeed? In this video, you're going to discover 5 life-changing lessons that can transform your mindset, your habits, and your future. Watch until the end, because one of these lessons could completely change the direction of your life forever. Lesson 1. Your thoughts create your reality. The foundational premise of Napoleon Hill's philosophy is that the human mind is a literal engine of creation. Every skyscraper, every financial empire, and every revolutionary invention began as a singular, invisible thought before it ever manifested in the physical world. This isn't merely poetic sentiment, it is a psychological and physiological reality. When you consistently harbor a specific thought, you are essentially programming your subconscious mind to filter your environment for opportunities that align with that thought. This biological filter, often referred to as the reticular activating system, ensures that if you are focused on scarcity, you will see a world of closed doors. Conversely, if you are focused on abundance, your brain will begin to highlight pathways toward wealth that were previously invisible to you. The life you are currently leading, your bank balance, your relationships, and your career trajectory, is a tangible reflection of your internal dialogue. Many people fall into the trap of believing that their circumstances dictate their thoughts, but Hill argued the exact opposite. He posited that the external world is a mirror. If you find yourself in a state of lack, it is often because your mental real estate is occupied by poverty consciousness. This is a state where fear, indecision, and the anticipation of failure dominate. To change the reflection in the mirror, you don't scrub the glass, you change the object standing in front of it. By shifting your internal narrative from "I can't" to "how can I," you initiate a systemic change in your behavior that eventually reshapes your outer reality. Millionaires and high achievers operate on a different frequency of thought. They do not possess a magical immunity to doubt. Rather, they have developed the discipline to prioritize constructive thoughts over destructive ones. While the average person spends their mental energy ruminating on what could go wrong or why a situation is unfair, the millionaire-minded individual is obsessed with solutions. They view the mind as a garden that requires constant weeding. Negativity, cynicism, and victimhood are weeds that, if left unchecked, will choke out the seeds of prosperity. Training the mind requires a rigorous daily commitment to mental hygiene, ensuring that every thought allowed to take root is one that contributes to the ultimate vision of success. Wealth is first and foremost a psychological achievement. Before a single dollar enters your bank account, you must have already seen it and accepted its inevitability in your mind. This is why Hill emphasized the importance of definiteness of purpose. When your thoughts are scattered, your energy is dissipated. However, when your thoughts are laser-focused on a specific financial goal, your subconscious begins to work on that problem 24 hours a day. This mental alignment creates a sense of expectancy. When you truly expect to succeed because your thoughts are saturated with that outcome, you act with a level of confidence and speed that naturally attracts resources, mentors, and capital. You become a magnet for the very things you think about most. Ultimately, your thoughts are the blueprint for your life's architecture. Just as a builder cannot construct a sturdy house without a clear set of plans, you cannot build a life of freedom and wealth on a foundation of chaotic or self-limiting beliefs. Every great fortune in history started as a thought impulse. This impulse, when backed by persistence and action, becomes an irresistible force. You must treat your mind as your most valuable asset, greater than any real estate or stock portfolio. By guarding the entrance to your mind and intentionally planting seeds of confidence, possibility, and abundance, You ensure that the harvest of your future will be one of extraordinary success. Lesson 2. Develop a burning desire. A burning desire is fundamentally different from a simple wish or a casual hope. Most people want more money, better health, and more freedom, but they lack the visceral driving force required to push through the inevitable resistance of the world. A wish is a passive state. It waits for luck or circumstances to change. A burning desire, however, is an active, aggressive state of mind. It is a psychological obsession that consumes all other thoughts and becomes the primary lens through which one views the world. Napoleon Hill observed that those who reached the pinnacle of success did not just want to win, they had to win. This level of intensity acts as a fuel that sustains the individual when the initial excitement of a new project wears off. In the pursuit of wealth, the intensity of your desire determines the height of your achievement. When your desire is lukewarm, your efforts will be lukewarm. At the first sign of trouble or the first no from a potential investor, the person with a mere wish will find an excuse to retreat. They will cite bad timing or market conditions as the reason for their failure. But the individual possessed by a burning desire views obstacles as temporary hurdles rather than permanent walls. To them there is no plan B because plan B only serves to distract from plan A. This burn the boats mentality creates a psychological state where the only options are to advance and conquer or to perish in the attempt. This obsession is not a burden, it is a navigational tool. When you are truly committed to a vision, your brain enters a state of hyper-focus. You begin to notice details, connections, and opportunities that others miss because they aren't looking with the same level of intensity. Think of it as a magnifying glass focusing the rays of the sun onto a single point. Scattered sunlight provides warmth, but focused sunlight creates fire. A burning desire focuses your emotional and intellectual energy so sharply that it can burn through the toughest barriers. This is why millionaires often seem obsessed or workaholics to the outside observer. They aren't working out of obligation, but out of an internal compulsion to see their vision realized. True commitment means staying true to your goal long after the mood in which you made the commitment has left you. It is easy to be excited about a new business venture on a Monday morning when you are feeling refreshed. It is much harder to maintain that same level of drive on a rainy Friday afternoon after 3 major setbacks. This is where burning desire separates the professionals from the amateurs. The professional is anchored by their why. Their desire is so deeply rooted in their identity that stopping is not a psychological possibility. They work while others sleep, they study while others seek entertainment, and they refine their craft while others are satisfied with good enough. To cultivate this desire, one must move beyond the vague concept of success and define exactly what is at stake. Hill recommended visualizing the exact amount of money you want and the date by which you intend to earn it. This turns a nebulous dream into a concrete target. When the target is clear, the desire becomes more potent. You must feed this desire daily by reviewing your goals and feeling the emotions associated with their achievement. If your desire is not strong enough to make you uncomfortable with your current state of mediocrity, then it is not yet a burning desire. Wealth gravitates toward those whose intensity of purpose is so high that the universe has no choice but to yield. Lesson 3. Build unshakable self-belief. Self-belief is the internal engine of all external action. It is the quiet, unwavering conviction that you possess the ability to deliver on your promises and achieve your goals, even when there is no physical evidence to support that belief yet. Napoleon Hill argued that faith, a synonym for self-belief in his philosophy, is the only known antidote to failure. Without it, the first gust of criticism or the first major setback will topple your ambitions like a house of cards. Millionaires understand that they cannot wait for the world to validate them before they start believing in themselves. They must act as though they are already successful to attract the conditions of success. The greatest barrier to wealth is not a lack of capital or education, but the presence of self-doubt. Doubt is a form of mental paralysis. It causes you to hesitate at critical moments, to undersell your value, and to avoid taking the very risks necessary for growth. Most people are their own harshest critics, replaying a loop of past mistakes and perceived inadequacies. This internal sabotage creates a ceiling on what you can achieve. If you believe you are only worth $50,000 a year, your subconscious will actively work to keep you at that level, sabotaging opportunities that might take you higher. Building unshakable self-belief requires a deliberate deconstruction of these limiting beliefs and the installation of a new empowering self-image. This process of building belief is akin to building a muscle. It requires consistent resistance and repetition. One of the most effective tools for this is autosuggestion. By consciously repeating positive affirmations and visualizing successful outcomes, you begin to rewrite the software of your subconscious mind. You are essentially convincing yourself of your own greatness until that conviction becomes an automatic reflex. When you believe in yourself, your body language changes, your voice carries more authority, and people naturally begin to trust your leadership. Confidence is contagious, and in the world of business and finance, it is a currency more valuable than gold. Critics and skeptics are a guaranteed part of the journey toward greatness. The moment you decide to pursue a dream that is larger than the average life, you will encounter people who will try to pull you back down to their level. Often these people are well-meaning friends or family members who project their own fears onto you. Unshakable self-belief acts as a psychological shield against this external negativity. It allows you to listen to constructive feedback without being crushed by it, and to ignore groundless criticism without being distracted by it. You become the sole architect of your self-worth, refusing to let the opinions of others become your reality. Ultimately, self-belief is what gives you the audacity to act. It is the courage to invest your last dollar into a vision, the bravery to cold call a high-level CEO, and the resilience to keep going when everyone else says it's impossible. The world does not reward those who are merely talented. It rewards those who are talented and bold enough to believe in that talent. When you refuse to doubt yourself, you eliminate the friction between thought and action. You become a person of high agency, someone who realizes that they have the power to influence their destiny. This unshakable faith is the invisible bridge that carries you over the chasm of uncertainty toward the life of your dreams. Lesson 4. Turn failure into feedback. The average person views failure as a signal to stop, a source of shame, or a definitive verdict on their abilities. However, to the millionaire mind, failure is nothing more than data. Napoleon Hill famously stated that every adversity, every failure, and every heartache carries with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. This perspective shifts the emotional weight of a setback from a crushing blow to a valuable lesson. When a business venture fails or a deal falls through, the high achiever doesn't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" but rather, "What is this teaching me?" This analytical approach strips failure of its power to discourage and transforms it into a catalyst for growth. Failure is essentially a course correction mechanism. If you are moving toward a goal and you hit a wall, the wall is not telling you to go home, it is telling you that your current path or method is flawed. It is a no from the universe that redirects you toward a better yes. Think of a scientist conducting an experiment. If the experiment doesn't produce the expected result, the scientist doesn't give up on science. They record the result, adjust the variables, and try again. This is trial and error in action. Success is rarely a straight line. It is a jagged series of failures that, when viewed from a distance, form an upward trend. The psychological difference between winners and quitters lies in their explanatory style. When winners fail, they attribute the failure to external, temporary, and specific factors that they can change. For example, "I didn't prepare enough for that presentation." When quitters fail, they attribute it to internal, permanent, and pervasive factors. For example, "I'm just not good at business." By viewing failure as feedback, you keep the power in your own hands. You realize that you can always improve your skills, refine your strategy, and try a different angle. This mindset creates a level of anti-fragility, the quality of actually getting stronger and better because of stress and disorder. Many of the world's greatest fortunes were built on the ruins of previous failures. Henry Ford's first 2 automobile companies failed before he found success with the Ford Motor Company. Milton Hershey started 3 separate candy companies that went bust before he finally created the Hershey Chocolate Company. These men did not possess some superhuman immunity to pain. They simply refused to accept failure as a permanent state. They understood that temporary defeat is merely a test of one's persistence and ingenuity. If you can outlast the pain of failure and extract the wisdom hidden within it, you become virtually unstoppable. When you lose the fear of failure, you gain the freedom to innovate. Most people play the game of life in defense mode. trying to avoid mistakes and stay safe. This leads to a life of mediocrity. Millionaires play in offense mode. They are willing to take calculated risks because they know that even if they fail, they will come away with more knowledge than they had before. They understand that the only true failure is the failure to try, or the decision to quit after a setback. By adopting the failure as feedback mantra, you turn every obstacle into a stepping stone, ensuring that even your lowest moments contribute to your ultimate ascent. Lesson 5. Master the habit of persistence. Persistence is the master key that eventually unlocks every door to success. You can have the best ideas, the most talent, and the most intense desire, but without persistence you will never reach the finish line. In the context of wealth creation, persistence is the ability to maintain your effort and your focus despite the presence of obstacles, boredom, and repeated disappointment. Napoleon Hill described persistence as the insurance policy against failure. It is the quality that allows an individual to endure the long night of the soul, that period where you have put in the work but have yet to see the rewards. The road to extraordinary wealth is intentionally designed to be difficult. If it were easy, everyone would be a millionaire. The difficulty serves as a filtering system to weed out those who are not truly committed. Most people quit when things get hard, which is exactly why the rewards for those who stay are so immense. Persistence is not about blindly repeating the same mistakes, it is about the persistence of purpose. It means that while your methods might change and your tactics might evolve, your ultimate destination remains non-negotiable. It is a quiet, stubborn refusal to let the world dictate when you are finished. One of the greatest enemies of persistence is the lack of immediate gratification. We live in a world that craves instant results, but significant wealth is usually a lagging indicator of years of persistent effort. This is where most people falter. They work hard for 6 months, see no change in their lifestyle, and conclude that the system is rigged or that they don't have what it takes. They fail to realize that success is like a bamboo tree which grows underground for years, building a massive root system before suddenly shooting up 90 feet in a few weeks. Persistence is the act of watering that tree every day, even when you see nothing but dirt. Developing persistence requires a specific mental framework. First, you must have a mastermind alliance, a group of like-minded individuals who can encourage you when your own strength flags. Second, you must have a definite plan expressed in continuous action. Action is the best cure for the discouragement that often threatens persistence. When you are moving, you are creating momentum, and momentum makes it harder to stop. Finally, you must close your mind against all negative and discouraging influences. This mental sealing ensures that your reservoir of persistence isn't drained by the skepticism of others or your own internal fears. Greatness begins at the exact point where most people would give up. It is the extra mile where there are no crowds. When you master the habit of persistence, you develop a level of character that cannot be bought or faked. You become a person who can be relied upon both by others and by yourself. You build a track record of finishing what you start, which in turn feeds your self-belief and fuels your desire. Persistence is the ultimate equalizer. It allows the person of average talent to outpace the genius who lacks staying power. If you simply refuse to quit, you make your success an eventual mathematical certainty. Becoming a millionaire is not just about money, it's about identity. It's about becoming the kind of person who thinks differently, acts boldly, and refuses to settle for less than their potential. Long before wealth appears in your life, it must first exist in your mind. Napoleon Hill understood something that many people still ignore today. Your external world is often a reflection of your internal world. If you want financial success, you must first build the mindset that attracts it. Think bigger, believe deeper, act with purpose. Remember these 5 lessons: control your thoughts, develop a burning desire, believe in yourself, learn from failure, and never stop persisting. The truth is, millionaires are not born with a special advantage. They simply make a decision to think differently, and then they commit to that decision every single day. Your current circumstances do not define your future, your mindset does. So starting today, stop thinking like someone who is waiting for success, and start thinking like someone who is destined to create it. Because the moment you think like a millionaire, you begin becoming one.